Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Today is super exciting. We have like the pinnacle of mom cars and it's a redesign. It's the 2025 Honda Odyssey, and after several years, they brought us the most insignificant minor redesign I think that I've ever seen. I would love to say I could devote this video to showing you the differences between the 25 and the 24, but I myself can honestly hardly recognize them. So instead, we're going to keep this like my typical videos and get really nitty-gritty on the car seat setup and how this thing would function for a family. If this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I review cars for moms and for families. I'm a mom of 4 and I'm a certified child passenger safety tech. Let's get started. Now, I'm not trying to be harsh when I say that it's a minor redesign, but I think my message to all of you guys is I wouldn't really like hold out for a 25 or upgrade to the 25 versus the 24 because I really do think the differences are that minor. And from a family's functionality standpoint, nothing's really changed. It's more just like an upgraded front grille, some upgraded wheels, a slightly bigger screen, but honestly, it is so minor. Now, the Honda Odyssey did get a pretty significant redesign in 2017. And what's crazy is they added some stuff and took away some stuff. So especially if you are shopping used Honda Odysseys, know that this video is applicable to anything in a 2017 and above. Now, if you're wondering how this Odyssey compares to the rest of the minivans out there, I have an entire blog post dedicated to comparing the four minivans. It's called the Minivan Showdown, and I'll have a link for it in the description box below. But just some like quick points on the Odyssey. One, a major disappointment for 2025 is there was no hybrid option. Now the Odyssey is the only minivan to not offer a hybrid. It's also not available in all-wheel drive, something that the Toyota Sienna and the Chrysler Pacifica do offer. So, is she still like the GOAT of minivans? In terms of the car seat setup, honestly, yeah. If you have to fit a ton of car seats in a ton of different configurations, the Honda Odyssey and the Ford Expedition truly do it the best, in my opinion, and I'm going to be sure to break it down in this video. But first, let's get in the driver's seat and talk through some of this tech. Okay, here's a shot of me in the driver's seat of the new Honda Odyssey. Now, let's start by breaking down some of this interior, and we're going to start with the door panel. You guys, look at this. It is cubbies galore. Cubby, cup holder. A door cup holder is such an underrated feature. I love it. Moving on right here, we can open our trunk. We have our parking sensors, and of course, we can open and close the doors from right here, which is such a handy feature in a minivan. Okay, I'm going to start her up. And we do have a digital display now, which looks really nice. And then we move into, I believe it's a 9-inch screen. Honestly, it needs to probably be a little bigger. I would like it a little bigger. I kind of just go back and forth. Let me get you on the other side and we'll break down some more of the technology. So just to break down this a little bit more, look at how this bridge element kind of works here. Now, Honda opens this up. The Sienna, everything's connected. The Kia Carnival, everything's connected. They open this up right here, gives you a nice little area to store things, put your purse, and I think it just kind of gives the cabin an airier feel. I actually really like how this is broken up. We do have some good features. I'm going to hand it off to Honda. I feel like every single row offers some sort of family-friendly tech. Now, an incredible feature available on the Odyssey is something called Cabin Watch. Some other vehicles have this, like the Chrysler, some other vehicles have this, like some of the Chrysler products and the Kia Carnival. But essentially, it's an interior camera that allows you to see what's going on in the second and the third row. Let me show you how it works. Okay, so we have Cabin Watch, which, like I told you, will allow you to look at the other passengers. Honestly, it's not the best. I think that the Kia Carnival and the Chrysler products, Cabin Watch is actually a lot better. You can't click on this to make anything bigger. I feel like I can't really get a great shot of the kids. I think this is not incredible, but I like having the feature, but I just think it could improve the interior cameras. It also has Cabin Talk, though, which I really like. Cabin Talk will take my voice and play it through the speakers in the second and third row, or if my kids are using the rear entertainment, I can actually make it go through the headphones, which I think is really cool. Okay, some more things I'm liking up here. First of all, these two-tone seats. Now, this is new for 2025, and I think they are really elevating the interior. These two-tone seats are great. They're comfortable, they're heated, they're ventilated on this Elite trim, and I also love that the Honda Odyssey still does the armrests. You know, no more center console coming up high. They just give me an armrest still. It's adjustable. I'm a big fan. Okay. Storage under here. Fun. You can move this little thing. Fun. Cup holders. Wireless charging. More storage with a Fire Stick to plug in for your rear entertainment. 2 more cup holders. Lots of good storage. This is why people love having a minivan, because they just give you cup holders and cubbies galore. Okay, let's get to the second row. We're going to start breaking down some of the comfort features there, and then we're going to dive into this car seat setup. Now, one gripe I have about the sliding door of the Odyssey is there's no button right here. If you look at something like the Kia Carnival, it has a button that you can just press and then the door powers on. I actually have to pull the door handle for it to open, and then of course it's power. Now that's not the end of the world until you have my 5-year-old trying to open up the door himself and he's yanking on my handle. I prefer a button. Just Honda, if you're listening, that's my note. I thought I would have another seat in here because I thought they were all bench. I'm wondering if the fleet company I'm using didn't send it. Don't really know. But let's say there's a middle seat in there. You can remove the middle seat. Okay, this is for all the Honda Odysseys. You can remove the middle seat. Then they have what's called the Magic Slide, something patented by Honda, which you can only find in this capacity on the Odyssey, and it's Max. There's nothing like it out there. So these seats are on tracks forwards and backwards, but they're also on tracks side to side for some killer third row access. Now, what makes this a game changer for car seats is if you notice, the seat belts are attached to the seat. So when you have something like the car seat tilt, it only comes in handy so much because the car seat has to be installed with latch for the tilt to activate. But since the Honda Odyssey has it on the seat, whether you have a car seat installed with latch or the seat belt, you can still utilize the Magic Slide. If you have 2 rear-facing car seats, this is a game changer for third row access. Now I've got 4 car seats installed in this Odyssey: an infant seat, a convertible car seat, a forward-facing seat, and a booster seat. I've got all 4. This is so exciting. Let's talk about clearance though. Now it's a minivan. It's a big car. If you are looking for cargo space, passenger space, and you don't want to feel like you're driving a school bus, a minivan is your best bet. It has so much space without being the size of a Suburban or an Expedition Max. Look at the clearance though. This is the Britax Poplar car seat. I love this car seat. Easy installation. Plenty of room. Okay, on this side, I have one of my new car seats that I wanted to show you. This is the Evenflow Shift Duo Ride. It is a Duna competitor, but I like it better. It's one of those infant seat to strollers. Not a very compact seat front to back though. Takes up a lot of room. Still have a couple of inches of clearance, and that's set for a very tall driver. So that's an A+. But while I'm here, wanted to show you this. I really like the seat. I'm into it. Here's a shot of me in the second row of the Honda Odyssey. I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Magic Slide though. It is on either side, which I really like for versatility when it comes to things like school drop-off and pickup, right? I mean, some schools you drop off on the passenger, some's the driver, and I like that the Odyssey can accommodate either one. Now, you also can drive with the seat into place like this. So on that side, on this side, doesn't matter, offers a lot of good versatility. These seats also move forward and backwards to allow for more legroom or less legroom to your third row, depending on who you have riding back there. With this seat pushed all the way back, I'm beyond comfortable, good head clearance, great knee clearance. I'm liking it. Now, here's where the Honda Odyssey, this is her Achilles heel, and it's the fact that the vents are not on the ceiling. It's the fact that you're expecting me to have a ton of kids in car seats here, and the vents aren't here. That's tough. The vents are on the side panel, which is better than the center console. I will hand them that, but I would still prefer to have them on the ceiling. Okay, some other things though. Good storage. 2 leather back pockets per seat. Okay, next, let's talk about the rear entertainment. How exciting to see rear entertainment on the freaking ceiling. You want to know why I love this? Because I don't have one here, which is going to affect how this car seat's going to get installed, which means my third row can't even freaking see it. It's one screen. We're all watching the same thing like the freaking 90s, and I'm obsessed. Wish more cars would put it up here. I don't want it here. If you want it here, let me know in the comments below, because I feel like all of us are on the same page and we all want it on the ceiling. And while I'm here, built-in sunshades in both the second and the third row. So there we go. Okay, let's talk about this third row access a bit. I mean, it's a very nice wide aisle. It really is. As far as the car seat hardware is concerned, it smacks because it's a minivan and they're here for the children. If you have the bench seat, lower anchors and tether anchors on all the seats. When you move to the third row, tether anchors on all the seats, lower anchors on the 2 outboard seats. That's for a total of 6 tether anchors and 5 lower anchors. That's versatility. That means you can install multiple different seats in multiple different seating positions. I hate when I'm working with a family and, they have 3 kids in different car seat ages and they want to know what setup they can do. And the answer is one setup because it's the only way the hardware maps it out. The Honda Odyssey gives you the versatility. So as your kids age, as their activities age, as you're carrying a friend or a cousin around, you can have different options. And that's what I love about this car. Now, in the third row, we've got some great amenities. We've got vents, which is good. We've got cup holders, charging on both sides, and we have vents. And we have sunshades. And chargers. Have I said everything? I think I did. Now, the headrests are removable in the third row. That is a rarity in today's day and age. If you look at something like the Chrysler Pacifica, have you ever seen those protruding headrests in the third row? Have you ever tried to install a forward-facing car seat or a high-back booster in the third row of a Pacifica? It does not work. There are so many car seats incompatible with the Chrysler Pacifica because their stupid headrests don't remove. Odyssey's like, take them out. We don't care. Do whatever you want. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the versatility that the Odyssey is bringing to the table. Okay, let's talk about the trunk space. Now, this is why a minivan smacks. You know why? Because you have depth in this trunk. A Suburban and Expedition Max, they give you a lot of length, but they don't give you the depth. I think the depth is so awesome because you can stack, you can pack, and you can fit a lot of crap back here. For example, we fit 2 bikes. I was going to do a stroller, but we already know it can fit a stroller. Let's put it to the test. 2 children's bikes back here, and it works. Now, what I also love about this car is how well you can fold the seats into the floorboard. And guess what? There's no power. There's no do. It's so easy. It's a freaking strap. Takes 2 seconds. Does that look easy? Okay, so now check this out. Look at all of this cargo space. Folds completely into the trunk for a flat surface. But, bet you didn't know it has another party trick too. And that is a fun little feature called tailgate mode. Imagine the soccer games, the trunk or treats. Being able to sit back here at the park with your coffee, because you got a cup holder back here, charging your phone, and hanging out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.